What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called The Rangers in the South. This is a roguelike action RPG that I've had on my wish list for probably about 6 months, and they dropped it this month for us to check out in 1.0. The game is actually done, so this is one of those rare cases in indie gaming where we don't have an early access to take a look at. However, despite the fact that the game is really cheap and kind of short, I've heard that it's like 4 or 5 hours long if you actually are good at it. The developer has published a roadmap for a bunch of stuff that he's going to be adding in 2025 and on into like 2026. So that's really interesting stuff for such a cheap game. It sounds like he's really dedicated to working on it. The game seems to have really good reviews. So today we're going to take a look at it for about 30 minutes and see if you wanted to add it to your wish list or if it's one of those games you wanted to give a pass to. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below. The game is currently on sale for $3.99. On top of that, you can also find links to other Nerd Castle associated stuff down there, and just in case you wanted to come and snuggle. So let's go ahead and play the game. Hello, it looks like it's your first time playing Rangers in the South. To get started, choose some initial items. These won't define your class, you define it. Click on one of the 3 options below. All right, I'm getting a sword, a bow, and a leather. Ooh, an axe and shield though? I want the axe and shield. All right, and we can move around with WASD, we can jump with space. And here's our little character right here. It looks like we've gone for kind of like SNES JRPG graphics that they're playing around with here. But it does look good. They've got the lighting dialed in, the colors all look nice. Seems like there's not too much to complain about. You guys know me, I always love 3D backgrounds with overlaid 2D sprites. That sort of era of Grandia-esque PlayStation gameplay was probably one of my favorite graphical aesthetics. Well, it says enemies are this way, and I don't have any money, and I don't have any resources to craft or build anything. So let's go on out into the world, and we'll kind of see what the gameplay feels like while we're over here. Can I break these crates? Is that possible? I can? All right, I'm gonna break the crates. Ooh, I got a gold. Nice. All right, we'll smack this dude up. There we go. You've slain your first enemy and gotten experience. When you've got enough, you will level up. Some enemies drop golden items. Pick them up by standing on them. Sounds simple. The core gameplay loop seems very Can I kill this raccoon? I don't like raccoons. They killed my dog when I was a kid. In general, I don't find them as adorable as everybody else on the internet seems to. Pink bellflowers. Okay, I'll take those. An orc worker. All right, well, let's just gib him real fast. A white rabbit. Can I catch the white rabbit? Ooh, I got him. Nice. And then we got some meat right there, too, so that'll probably be good for cooking up meals. Maybe we can give ourselves some kind of buff or something before we go out into the game world to fight with enemies. Ow, got shot with an arrow, dude. All right, we're moving along. We're at like 33 XP right now. I'm just gonna like murder everything that gets in my way, and hopefully that's good enough. Uruk Roar Rogar. How could you say that, dude? We're on camera right now. You're gonna get canceled on Orc Twitter. You should relax. Hey, we got some boots right here. Are they any good? We got leather boots. All right, I'm going to check those out in just a second. I want to get my level up, though. Sudden lighting change right there. Probably want to make that a little bit smoother, a little bit less jarring, just for production value reasons. And I think if we murder one more green person out in the middle of the woods, it will be our level up. So with our level up, it looks like I get to pick some stuff. I'm going to go with attack speed because it feels like my character attacks really sluggish. And then over here, we've got Eagle Eye for 3 seconds. All of your attacks are critical strikes. Randomly spawns blood orbs around you. When collected, they explode, dealing 50% magic plus attack damage. I know that one from Diablo 4. I think that's like that's an item in Diablo 4, or it's like one of the modifiers that you can put on a legendary. I remember seeing that one. It might be for necromancers. Field medic, gathering herbs and flowers regenerates your health. That might not be the worst idea on earth. I'm going to go with internal bleeding because I like the idea of being sort of like a death knight. When you get to level 4, cross the river to the east. All right, I'll keep that in mind, and we'll cross to the east. Let's zoom this thing out and see if there's any further. A golden white rabbit. What does he do? Hold up. Yeah, this dude's got to go. He looks like a treasure goobin to me. Give me the treasure goobin. Is he gonna like despawn if I don't get the treasure? Man, I gotta work on this attack speed. This attack speed is rough. There we go. Got that right there. Couple more taps and I think we got him. Nice, dude. We got a divine coin. There's a whole bunch of loot all over the place. More divine coins. Making money. Got an explosive blood droplet. Okay, let's follow some of these roads and kind of see where they take us. Get that orc worker right there. Definitely hack and slashy. They're playing around with Diablo-esque ideas right here while folding in some of the ideas from something like... So they're trying to make like an open world version of Vampire Survivors. I bet you that's where this is going. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting right now. Got the orc scout. Oh, we get XP for chaining too? Okay, all right. Yeah, we do. We get bonus XP for chaining things together. He's up in the bushes right there. All right, I'm going to try to chain my kills together then. How many of you guys are over here? A whole bunch? Maybe this will be like a really good gain in XP. Orc worker. Oh my god. Orc invasion run. Is that like an event? I don't know exactly what's transpiring right now, but I'm just going to backpedal and keep swinging. Because this seems like one of those make it or break it moments, although this game does have permadeath from what I understand, and so we'll want to be really, really careful about how we engage. Hitboxes could be a little bit cleaner. I'm getting a couple of swings and misses in here that I don't feel like were misses. There we go. Get them with the kill. Now you are hungry. Health points recover based on how hungry you are. You can check your hunger icons above the experience bar. Okay, I see that over there. What was my chain on that one? Did I get like a good chain, or did the chain not even activate? I don't know, but we've got money. I've got $26. Is that something right there on the ground? It's kind of hard to tell. It's not something on the ground. We do have a blood droplet over there, though, and I enjoy picking them up. It makes me feel powerful. And we've got a mage's hat, and the boots are level 3, so we can't put those on yet. How do I eat? Looks like it's on my F key. Yeah, we can just eat the raw meat that we got off some of the critters. There we go. That'll work. I'll make sure that I bushwhack a couple of rabbits every now and again. Swing away, bro. Swing away. So if you click and hold down the left mouse button, it does not keep attacking. You've actually got to individually click for every single attack. That's one change that I think they could make. They could also just make it so your character auto-attacks when an enemy's inside a certain radius. That'd work too. I'd like to keep this chain going if I can. I don't know how lucrative the chains can get, but it gave me 9 when my chain was 3. So I'm sort of curious if I keep this chain going up here to like double digits and kill like a bunch of orcs, what that's gonna look like. Hopefully it's at least linear. That would be really nice. All right, kill this guy off over here. Got you. 15 chain with a level up. That's what's up. Can't eat food right now, but there is a treasure chest over there, and it's got me curious. I want it. Give me the treasure chest. All right, how much do we get for a 19 chain right here? I want to find out. We got 57 bonus XP right there, which is not altogether that low considering a level up is 200 XP. So that gave us a quarter of a level. Let's go with 8% attack speed because I'm trying to get to the point where my melee attacks are like whoomp, 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 whoomp. When evading damage, deal damage to the damage causer. Power shot, you fire a piercing magical shot dealing 3 times bow damage. I'm not really a bow guy. We can get boost your movement speed, learn faster. Let's go with counterattack, I guess. We'll take that passive. I don't know how good our evasion is, but maybe. Magic stone discovered. 10 health point bonus to all characters. I will 100% take that. Sounds good. So it seems like there's reasons to explore the world out here. With a 15% attack speed increase, I think we get like 30% more attack speed. So like 1 or 2 more level ups, and the melee should start to feel satisfying. Right now, we're kind of in that Diablo 1 period of the game, where our attack is very, very slow, and thus it makes the gameplay feel slow and sluggish. Let's see what's inside the chest over here, too. I'm ready to find out. Alright, so with the chest over here, what you got for me, baby? Open on up for me. We've got a Guardian Spear. Okay, can I equip that yet? I need to be level 6 to get the Guardian Spear, but it's like way better damage than what we currently have. I can get an old wizard robe. I've got leather boots over here. They're better than my cloth boots, so I'll throw those on. Oh, and your character does change appearance based on what you have equipped. All right, I'll take that. Do I get any defense or anything out of that? All right, I'll keep my leather chest piece then. Let me farm around for a little bit, and I'll bring you guys back in once my character's developed on out. I found a dungeon while I was wandering around. There's dungeons in this game. I love dungeon crawling. Let's dungeon crawl for a little bit. I got a new ability that increased my evasion by 6%, and also I can jump on people's heads like Mario Brothers now. Like so. Get wrecked. So that should help with horde clear a little bit, like bring us into that action RPG vibe. I need to get the cooldown down on this though. I need to get it down to just like a couple of seconds. Dithering kicks in a little bit late right here. They've got it triggered to the player, but honestly, I would have this whole wall disappear right about the time you get to like right here, just have it slide downwards almost. Kind of like it's doing right now. Let's see what's inside the dungeon. Maybe we've got like money-making opportunities here. There we go. Just stomp on them. That's it. Stomp them in the nuts. Stomp them in the nuts. You know, it's just like Lethal Interjection said. All right, let's get these guys over here. Ooh, magic scout armor maybe. What is this? What did that do? I don't know what that accomplished for me. Did it do something useful? There's boobity traps in here, but I get credit for the kills when the enemies die. That's my favorite kind of boobity trap. I do wish my weapon had cleaving on it. That would make this feel a lot better. Like if I was hitting multiple enemies at once with each swipe. There we go. Give me my gold. We got a little bit of Kroner set up. I do actually like that the sprite changes when you jump, too. That's nice. Wasn't an effect that I expected. Alright, back down to the south of the dungeon. I'm just going to stomp on these dudes. It's faster that way, plus I get chains for it. Grab the XP everywhere we can. We've got about 200 left to go till level 5. They said I got to go across a bridge to the east. Maybe you have to have the enemies selected when you're attacking them. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why it feels like attacks are missing. I thought that my weapon would just have like a hitbox on it so that like when I'm swinging it out at the enemy, anything that's inside that little hit detection area would take damage. But actually, it seems like I need to be clicking on the enemy in general while they're kind of encircled. Get all them real fast. That sure does make things a lot easier, doesn't it? We got a great ow, that hurt. Okay. Wish that I had not done. I tried to jump over the spikes, but jumping over the spikes doesn't look like it was effective for me. A few more orc scouts in here. Not enough enemy density for me to feel like it's a good idea to start throwing my jump around. Let's see if we can group them all up a little bit. Where you guys at? Group up. There you go. Get stomped out all at once. Just makes things simpler, and we get a big old glut of like XP when I do it like that too. Doesn't seem like they're super capable of taking me out right now. This is like a boss or something down here that we're trying to track down? Oh, nice. We got a level up. Hell yeah. Oh, we found the boss room. Let's go. Okay, so I got my little dash attack. I've got my stompity right there. I don't think there's too much chance we're going to lose this fight. And so we completed the dungeon. We get a permanent 5% damage increase for all characters. I'm assuming including the ones that come after this guy since there's permadeath. And we got a level up out of the deal. And we've got multiple treasure chests down here to play. Ooh, magic chainmail? Ooh, an epic Zweihander? I'll take that too. So that's for level 8, but this right here, we can actually equip right now. I've replaced my sword with a greatsword, so now I'm one-tapping everything that we go up against. I will put on my cape, and then I don't think I need magic. Oh, I have a backpack? Oh, the backpack goes in. Oh, cool, dude, we got like a little backpack on our character. Does it like increase the amount that I can carry or something, or is it just like a cosmetic stat stick? I guess if it's just a cosmetic stat stick, I'll take it off because I'd rather have a dope-ass cape, dude. I don't understand why capes never come back into prosperity. Like, how come capes never come back, dude? Capes are awesome. Capes should definitely make a comeback. Everybody should be walking around looking like it's the Lord of the Rings. We could all, like, compare our brooches that we use to hold it shut. I feel like everybody looks better in a cape. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. A cape with a big, deep hood on it? I would love to go out in public like that. So after cruising around for a little bit with my new equipment, we don't really get XP in this area anymore, so I think it's probably time for us to go into the next area. A little bit of clipping right there with it actually getting rid of the mountain while we're walking in front of it and allowing us to see the subspace of the game. That's a little bit sloppy. We probably want that to go away as well. But then again, they don't really have a lot of room for dynamism in camera work either, and it like rotating the camera around or whatever. There is a shrine over here. I'll probably try to activate that first before I do anything else too crazy. We get 40% defense for 2 minutes. Okay, I can live with that. Are we full up on equipment right now? Is that why it won't pick that up? All right, let's go back to town. All right, I went back to town and unloaded my stuff, and it seems like we're mostly squared away. I didn't have enough money to buy anything to upgrade my character, So we'll just leave that as it lies for right now, but this might be our bridge right here that goes over to the old forest. Yeah, there we go. Following this road, you will reach the desert for the rain. Oh, these guys are on my team. Nice. I'm just going to like destroy your storage solutions right there and create some more business for IKEA. But let's, oh my God, there's bad guys everywhere. Ooh, these guys hit a little bit harder. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and wipe out a couple of orcs here. Oh no. Okay, give me a health potion. Let's fall back across the bridge. We're just gonna kite them out real quick. Oh, they won't cross into the new zone. Interesting. Okay. It looks like our allies jump in to help us, though, which is always, like, a nice come up. Luckily, my DPS seems to be okay while we're going up against these things. Skeleton warriors. We've got, like, the standards here. We've got, like, orcs. We've got, like, undead. We got all kinds of little things fooling around. But I did have to play around. I had to use a health potion right there, which is a little bit of a downer. I'd rather not use my health potion since they're kind of hard to come by. So let me get some regen going. And we got a few more bad guys over here. I do think that they could add a little bit more impact and a little bit more oomph to some of the attacks. We've got some red mage boots right there. Are we talking like Final Fantasy red mage? Because let's be honest with each other right now. The Final Fantasy red mage is the most stylish character to ever exist in the history of gaming. When I played Final Fantasy 11 and 14, I had to be the red mage because they just look cooler than everybody else. They had that swag, dude. They had that appearance. Come here, bunny. I need your meat. It's not personal. I kind of need to eat you. I do have chain lightning. I could do that. Maybe get rid of the flash at the beginning of the chain lightning. A little bit bright right there. Ooh, a shrine. What's that one gonna do for me? 40% magic damage for 2 minutes. I could live with that. That sounds all right. Let me cruise around for a minute and see if I can find a dungeon or something for us to apply ourselves to. I leveled up and the game gave me a dog and it says it'll assist me inside of combat. I'm pretty excited about that personally. I also found a dungeon. So dog, follow me. Let us enter the oh my God, I entered the dungeon. There's so many bad guys. It's fine. Did I crush my dog? I don't know if I crushed my, oh, there he is. Okay, he's all right. Oh, that guy's outside of bounds right now. That's definitely not good. Probably don't want that on Dungeon Generation. I'm guessing that has to do with the proceduralism that's going on. And so a little bit of roughness and a little bit of jank here that could be cleaned up. Can I hit these guys through the walls at least to, like, clear them out? I don't know, dude. I don't like it when there's enemies out of bounds. It bothers me. All right, let's keep attacking down here. Dash up on him. Hitbox seems really... So that's what I would focus on for right now. Having played the game for about... Ow, that hurt like hell. Can I eat food right now? I was going to say, I don't have access to any healing items or anything anymore. So we may have to go back and farm the Lobby zone. Just to maybe get, like, some extra healing potions or something. Maybe I can just, like, buy them. Maybe I'll go back and look. Can I TP from here? I can TP from here. So to my eye, from what I've played so far, that's the number one thing, is that the hitboxes need to be cleaned up quite a bit to be a bit more generous so that, like, you know when they're coming on through. I don't really have a whole lot to do anything with right now. A scroll of revive for 5,000 bucks. Ooh, I've got all kinds of fun stuff down here. We could do the Guardian Spear. It deals a lot less damage. Actually, it's got better DPS, so I'm guessing the cooldown is a lot quicker on it. Let's use the Guardian Spear then. I put on the Red Mage's shoes, which now has me completely and totally converted over to wearing robes. Interestingly enough, I've gone from being a warrior to looking like I'm a wizard, but in fact, almost everything I have is dedicated to stabbing guys in the face. But as I mentioned, hitboxes. Hitboxes and telegraphing of attacks could all be a little bit better from what I'm seeing right now. So if you take the attack on our spear, for example, that's kind of hard for an eye to figure out where that's going to hit at for a spear. What I would suggest is for most of the melee weapons in the game, I'm guessing the game feels a lot better to play ranged, and it's just because I went with melee. But if you had like a little chevron that's white that comes off the edge of the spear, starts at your character and goes out with the duration of the attack, that would tell you exactly how far out it's going right there. And then that in combination with changing it so that you don't have to have an enemy selected to actually hit them, instead allowing the player to basically have more generous hitboxes, I think, would make the game feel a little bit cleaner to play. How tough are these guys? Pretty tough. Pretty tough. Not gonna lie to you. Pretty tough. I'm just gonna, like, throw stuff when and where I can. There we go. Just spear him up. I don't like the attack animation quite as much on this as I do on the actual... Ooh, a potion. Nice. I could definitely use that. Add that on in. That gives me a little bit of extra wherewithal if things start falling apart. It gives me a chance to bounce back. Ow. There we go. Just knock... I don't know if we can actually handle a boss that would be down inside of here. I feel like I'm getting chunked mighty handily at the moment. However, between attack speed and everything else, we appear to be kind of churning it out at the moment. What does a spear do? It's got 9 magic damage? Does that just... I need to get to the end of the dungeon? Is there like a timer on this? Why would he say that? Why would he say that? Is something bad about to happen? I think something bad's about to happen. That gives me the vibe that I'm on some kind of internal timer before we go into like an apocalyptic mode. Which you guys know me, I do love my apocalypses. Keep backing up, keep murdering. There we go. I'll probably eat some food too real quick, just to get my regen going nice and strong. You can attack through walls, so that would need to be cleaned up as well. Attacking through walls shouldn't really be a thing. So, I guess closing thoughts about this one, since it just struck my mind. I guess I've been playing for about 30 minutes. This is very much kind of the rawest of first impressions, but I think there's some definite places they could make the game feel better to play. We went with Melee today, and in general, I found it to be fairly unsatisfying in feel due to the rough hitboxes and the lack of an impact, denoted by both the gameplay effects and also by the sound effects. The good news is that can be fixed, so the first thing that I would look at is Melee hitboxes and making them a little bit more generous, possibly allowing cleaving, making them sound better with regards to sound effects. I pretty frequently found attacks to be missing the enemy, even though they passed right through them. Punching up the sound effects once you get those hitbox tightened up, and the animations for Melee as well, turning it into a combo instead of just like a 2-frame attack animation. I think that would also go a long way, but that's the main thing that I noticed while playing here today. It's possible that the entire game just feels better on ranged or on casters or something like that, but womp womp womp, that wasn't us, because every time I play an RPG, I'm a boring unga bunga bash 'em in the face player. I don't know why I'm attracted to it, I just simply am. From there, I noticed that enemy variety needs to be ratcheted up quite a bit, both in terms of variety and the varieties of those enemies need to have more distinct behaviors. What we've seen during most of the gameplay here today is that most of the mobs will either run up and smack you, or they will cast a projectile at you, and having a few more behaviors that force adaptation and I think also mobility skills out of the player would be a really good idea to make the difficulty more interesting and more compelling. The good news is, the silver lining here, I think that the combination of an open world roguelike hack and slash, incorporating ideas from Vampire Survivors with regards to the rapid fire leveling, the passives, the synergies, and creating a character that just repeatedly blows up the screen and becomes overpowered, I think that's a compelling one, and so I don't actually think they're that far off the mark with this game. I think they're really close. But it needs more polish time, and it needs more content that's more variable in the opening acts that I've played so far. If they can get that, I think they'll have a winner on their hands, and they'll get an easy recommendation out of me. But still, the game is fairly cheap at $4, $3.99, and the developer seems to have a really well-developed idea of where he's planning on going over the next year, adding more content into the game, despite the fact that it isn't in early access. So I would say keep an eye on this one. The graphics are charming, and I think that the core idea is actually a really good one that could actually be a big hit from where I'm sitting. And for $3.99, you can't even really buy a burrito, can you? My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what is worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we have Rangers in the South. Tomorrow, we'll have something else. Thanks for hanging out, and that's about all I got for you. Bye, folks.